Welcome to the episode of Husbands Watching Housewives. I'm Scott.
And I'm Jeff.
And we just watched an episode of The Real Housewives of Miami.
Yes, still in Spain.
Still in Spain.
Yes.
Yes. Also, some fun upcoming news. We just talked to another fellow podcaster, and we're hoping in the coming weeks we're going to get something set up and we'll have a little crossover episode.
Mm.
So
no, it was nice, like how because we talk to each other all the time. We hear our own points of view, so it's interesting to hear somebody else's point of view. Like, oh, I didn't think of it that way. You're right. And this person has a lot of great energy, and
yeah. So we're looking forward to it. So expect something when Salt Lake premieres. We're coordinating all around that, and so it'll be an exciting, fun time.
Yes.
So,
indeed.
And we'll have to also learn how to talk to other people.
Yes.
Ourselves. So.
What's that like?
I know, right?
I don't know.
But Miami, that was a decent episode.
It was fine.
It was fun, is what it was. It was nice that there was like some fun.
Yeah.
Going on.
It was also like a lot of pretty seeing the streets of Sevilla and.
Or, I'm just going to call it Seville.
Okay.
But
sure.
it's up to you.
Yeah, like just saying, I think we're going to see even more of that when they do the whole flamenco thing, when they get their dresses and whatnot. And so just seeing the background and like experiencing the city, and even at the end, that restaurant they went to,
the restaurant
really cool,
was beautiful.
The stairs. And...
Can we talk about couture flamenco dresses?
Yes.
I have never seen so much polka dot in my life.
A lot of polka dot.
I'm not someone who generally thinks that polka dot makes things look a little trashy. I don't know.
You're not somebody who thinks
polka dot? No, I'm not. But in this case, it's a lot of polka dot. Like, I think polka dot can elevate like certain outfits, but that much polka dot. And I'm not saying like trashy, like in a floozy sort of way. I just mean like cheap.
It just looks. Yeah. I see what you're saying.
Because some of those dresses, and also the color combination, I get that it's a whole bright thing. And, if Adriana was here, she would tell me I'm disrespecting the flamenco.
She knows so many things.
She knows everything. The resident expert on everything.
Everything, yeah.
No, but some of those just look kind of like clown outfits. Because there was like purple with orange with purple polka dots.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a color. But if you notice, the first group that went in, they all chose really subdued solids, like a black, a white. Like
Everyone else did like more color and polka dots. I'm not a big polka dot person. I think it's like it just popped in my head when you said polka dots. I love the moment in Big Business. The underrated Bette Midler Lily Tomlin movie from 1987 where they play twins. Look it up. But there's this part where like Bette and her twin are wearing the same polka dot.
I know the scene.
Yes, outfit. Yes.
They do the fake mirror thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So good.
It's so good. We should watch that.
We should watch that.
I watch that forever. Yeah.
It's been a while.
Anywho. So yeah, they get a lot of polka dot dresses, and then like all hell breaks loose because someone didn't unfollow somebody. This is the dumbest conversation. Not the dumbest. I'm sure we could find another dumb or dumber conversation on Housewives.
Well, I'm sure this is one step dumber than I can't believe Kyle's still texting PK.
Yes.
It is one step dumber than that.
Like Kiki at one point says, are we really fighting about who's following whom on Instagram? It's a dumb fight.
Yeah.
And for Larsa to think that you are disrespecting, okay, let's break it down. I'm sure Marcus is saying, I didn't deep dive into it, but I'm sure he was saying horrible things about Larsa. They had a bad breakup. They're on again, off again. They're not in a good place. Obviously, they're broken up. Mm-hmm. So yes, to have her quote unquote best friend continue to follow him, I could see that would irritate her. But to the point where she keeps bringing it up as if like Lisa is stabbing her emotionally by following this dude is silly to me. And I think for Lisa, at this point, it's like, stop telling him what to do. Now you're annoying me because you're harping on this. And then supposedly Larsa has done something to Lisa that she won't tell us or say on camera that is also making her not want to unfollow Marcus. And so it's being very spiteful. So they're both acting like children about it. And I can see being out in the group and just wanting to have peace, the girl saying like, just unfollow him already. But I think also, holding on to a principle, which I know a lot about.
The hell you say?
Then I would be like, no, screw her. And so that's where we're at, and they're at an impasse.
Yeah, I mean, the thing in general I'll always go back to is that I believe as adults, as actual bona fide grown-up human beings, follow whoever the hell you want to follow, text
Yeah.
whoever the hell you want to text. I can still, two things can be true at the same time. I can be your friend. I can also be friends with your ex. I can also, but obviously if,
It's just between like following and interacting.
Yeah,
if she's
exactly.
commenting on every post, if she's liking every post, if she's like giving like praise hands on whatever Marcus says.
if she's giving praise hands in general, then just that's not.
That's just no. That's
Yeah, I don't need you in.
We don't
I
need
don't need
that.
you in my comment section.
No.
Okay.
We'll take praise hands though.
Or are they high five hands? It's always a
They're
big
praise
debate.
hands. They're like they're praise
People
hands.
do use them as praise hands.
It's Jesus. So I don't think she's really doing that. So it's just. But then what irked me about it is when then Larsa, who just thinks she's so above Lisa, just says like, "Oh, I'm done with you. I'm not going to have your life. I'm going to talk to you. You're just a groupie." Girl, I may not know a lot about this show, but I know about Larsa Pippen, and girl had her head shoved so far up Kim Kardashian's ass and the rest of the Kardashian family for so long until they dropped her like a bad habit.
Wow, you do know a lot about.
Yes, everyone knows about this.
I-
If I was freaking Lisa, I'd be like, girl, you're calling me a groupie? Yeah, whatever, Kim. Because Larsa thinks she's Kim Kardashian, and she's not.
She was walking around Seville as though she.
Like she was some high-class person.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
She's not a low class.
she's not a low-class person.
Come on, be nice.
But she's, okay, sorry. Why am I getting so hot? No, she's not a low, but like she's just not above it all. Like at the end, where she's like, I'm too good for this. You're not. You're all on this dumb reality show, okay? Like you all want to have fame. You all want to check from this. You're not above this.
The one thing that caught me weird was that she made it seem as though when she said Jody shouldn't be texting her, that Jody should be texting like her brother or her father, like.
Is this 1942?
Yeah, like that's what I understand. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure based upon their reactions,
Like-
Jody's reaction, especially at the end,
Like she's like fucking sorry. Like she's
in the Gilded Age.
in the Gilded Age of like, no, you must address my husband, sir.
Yeah, that was really bizarre.
You must address the male figurehead in my family.
I mean,
Oh, okay.
I'm all for the nice housewives rule that the boyfriend should not get involved.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you're gonna make the whole thing, I mean, Larsa kind of has involved Jody in the whole thing because that was one of the things that she brought up in Milan was that like
His coke guys.
right,
Allegedly.
no, and also that like he won't unfollow Marcus either, like
Right.
because they went they were friends, that sort of thing, and so like he is somewhat involved, but he just should stay out of it in general, and so.
You're just gonna have the first question Annie is gonna ask at the reunion. So Lisa, have you unfollowed Marcus yet? And I bet she's gonna say nope.
Yeah.
Because it's silly. It's so silly.
Also-
Larsa is so silly.
Also,
to me.
how many followers does Marcus Jordan have? I mean, probably so many. What one more? It's not going to matter. And I'm sure, how many times do people you follow do you actually see in your feed anyway?
And it's not this whole idea of like sisterhood and girl code. I'm like, I'm so done with it. I'm done with girl code. I'm done with girl's girl. A girl's girl. I had it up to here with Beverly Hills. I will not do with you, Larsa Pippen. I'm sorry. I don't care. Follow, don't follow. I think Lisa made a good point too of, I'm sure if I looked at everyone you're following, I would have, like.
Problem with some of them. Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. And that's when, was that Marysol or Adriana who's like, I still follow Lenny.
Yes.
That's pretty good.
You kind of forget,
Yeah.
And if you're not posting a lot, you don't appear in your feed, you forget that they exist until they do. And you're like, oh, I still follow you? Who's that?
I mean, I guess because I don't really follow a celebrity outside the Bravo sphere, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I don't know, like, do other celebrities get tracked so closely about who they do and do not follow?
In the Bravo sphere, yes.
I know, but like
Oh, it's not-
outside the Bravo sphere,
okay.
like, is someone like, oh my God, Gwyneth Paltrow stopped following Uma Thurman?
Well,
you
I
know?
think if Taylor Swift stopped following Blake Lively, it would be
Yeah,
a
okay.
thing because like what they're going. I think people look for this when they're looking for other drama, but definitely with Housewives,
it's a thing. Yeah.
it's a thing because like Gertie and Kiki unfollowed each other after the reunion that just taped recently. But I don't know. I don't really care. There's a bigger fight here, or a bigger issue than just who's following whom. And I wish Lisa would say, I have an issue with you because of this.
right. Right.
And my advice, and Larsa, like the one good
Easy
point,
for you to say.
the one good point that Jody made is that he's like, I've never seen someone just like declaring so much how much of a good friend you are. If you have to keep telling me how much of a good friend you are, if it's not self-evident, that's sus.
Yeah.
So I don't know if Larsa Pippen is the best friend. I also just don't care. I don't care about any of this.
Do
It's petty, dumb drop.
So do you think that, and we don't really need to actually answer this question, but I am curious because we being not women, we do not really go with the girl code. Like,
No.
we don't understand it. And I also, of the women that I have in my life, I really don't feel like that they have a strict girl code with their like girlfriends. But I'm just wondering, is that just the difference between gay code and girl code? And, because gay code, almost anything goes. You know what I mean?
I don't know if I had like a really big issue with somebody. But again, I'm not looking to see who's following a person who I have an issue with.
Right.
Why is she focused so much? Why is she like, you have to go and search to see underneath someone's followers to see who is following them. So she's going to Marcus's or her assistant, whoever. It's just, who has the time? There are bigger issues, I'm sure. Although Larsa doesn't really have much of a storyline outside of this, so maybe there's much going on.
Maybe that's what's going on.
And then the whole Lisa of it all with that, I need to get a
notary.
At
8:30 in Spain.
I don't know. I don't really know I thought that she and Lainey were already divorced. I didn't know she's still going through it.
Right.
I don't know. I know there's a big plot point in previous seasons. Whatever.
She was a little cagey when she was asked, like, why she was late and everything. And, I don't know that I fully... There's something else to that story as well.
That comes out as well.
I want to learn more about that. I mean, I'm sure the legalities were part of it, that she has been needing to pay attention and, sew up some details with the marriage or the divorce, rather. But the whole thing that she had $100,000 rental in
St. Bart's.
In St. Bart's. And
I don't know. It doesn't help to... I'm sure he's a perfectly nice person, but Jody just seems a little sus.
Mm-hmm.
And that joint confessional they had was just like, this is weird.
I mean, just the photo that Lisa has of him on her phone is just a little weird too.
It's very weird.
It seemed like a weird like televangelist preacher pose.
He gives that vibe.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna save your soul.
Yeah, like
if you give me $1,000.
Yeah, televangelist mixed with Chris Angel mind freak.
Yeah. And just the eyes, they do be popping. Yeah. And maybe that's just his eyes.
They are. At the hotel in Vegas, Chris Angel was on all the elevators. So that's probably why Chris Angel's
okay, no,
top of mind. But it works.
It's accurate.
It is. What about the other ladies?
They went to... I didn't quite get all the details of the Kiki situation. I think the summation was she's trying to bring family or friends from Haiti to America, and she can't bring everybody.
Right.
And when she couldn't bring everybody, they turned against her and
people
sent her death threats.
Yeah, people started threatening her and like trying to,
And that's why she's been more subdued on the trip.
It's weird to think that, I mentioned it while we were watching it, that like you forget that this was filmed before before the presidential change.
Right.
So she's talking about Biden's presidency and everything. And you're like, oh, what a good time that was.
And now I
can't imagine that there's any sort of movement on that.
People coming into this country.
So, and that may very well have been, if that was filmed after the election, before what's his face took office, then I'm sure that's where the urgency comes from with Kiki's whole situation, is that they had to bring as many people over now before it got undone. So I can see, I mean, not being, an immigrant myself, like I can't, fully fathom, the kind of anxiety that probably comes with that. But for sure, I could see that being an extra layer of things, knowing that it was going to change.
But also the idea of, so many people depending on you, and you literally cannot save everyone, and you feel guilty that you can't, and then you feel doubly guilty when they come at you, it's just, you can only do so much. So it was, I wasn't expecting that. I just thought she was down because of something with her issue with her father, because that was a plot earlier in the season. But obviously they did that. They had oysters that look gross.
Those oysters were way too big. Like, I like myself some oysters.
They looked like a freaking chicken cutlet.
Yeah, that was way too big of an oyster.
Yeah.
And like the thing with oysters, you just want to you don't even really chew them. Like, you just kind of suck the flavor off them and then swallow.
Right.
I mean, you chew a little bit if you have to, but like that was just like, I mean, people say oysters are gross because they look like snot, and that really did look like snot. I was grossed out by it. I don't know how Kiki even chewed it for as long as she did. Like, get that out of your mouth. No one wants that.
Mm-hmm.
But the other thing,
Julie was trying to move some story.
She was. Her freak out in the back of the van.
Oh, with Lisa was I would say I would freak out more of, I planned this trip and you
planned this trip.
Right.
Yeah.
And you have disrespected me by coming late and not apologizing.
Right.
I would have gone from that point of view, not the, how dare you not unfollow Larsa's ex.
Yeah.
And it was just, why are you fighting that fight?
But the funny part was Julia was like, everyone's shouting. It's like, no, you're the one who's shouting.
In a very enclosed space.
Yes, how about if you stop shrieking?
Yes.
Then the van will be quiet again. And then, I was like,
this is too much. I'm like, it's too much because you're making it too much.
Yeah.
You're having a nice, quiet ride, and you just made it a whole thing. And freaking like Kiki and Stephanie were in the front, like, oh, good Lord.
Right, Gertie's sitting between them, like, okay, can we just
like,
not?
Now I'm triggered.
So you said some things about Stephanie this episode while we were watching that, like, you go back and forth on her.
I mean, I think I like her better more than I did at the beginning of the season, but I think she's still ridiculous and not necessarily in a fun way. And I don't know. Slightly off-putting.
Yeah, I mean, I'm liking her. I like the fact that she's, challenged some of the existing housewives, like for, the hierarchy, but like letting it go more or less.
I will appreciate the fact that she said what everyone's thinking, that Marysol is just so we can talk about lapdog. She ain't got nothing on Marysol. I mean, Marysol is like, bro, yeah, you're right, bro. Bro, this whole trip is supposed to be for like celebrating and uplifting Alexia, who stays in the situation and is still wearing her ring from the person who's treated her horribly, and her son.
Yeah.
Think of Frankie. But Marysol's like, bro.
Don't bring the kids into it, okay, Jeff? We don't do that.
He brought the kids into it when he walked out. Right, Frank was there. But the whole bro, like Marysol is very much a bro is right. I'm not going to say anything against bro. And I think Stephanie calling that out was really interesting. And Marysol was not having it and just like, nope. So let's go get ice cream.
Change the subject real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for that, for your opinion, but I'm going to walk away from you.
Yeah. All the dresses that they wore to dinner, they were beautiful, except unfortunately Stephanie's.
What was that?
It did not match. It looked like she was wearing like some weird knockoff Playboy bunny outfit from the 80s.
If it had been like red feathers.
Yeah, I mean, it's just unfortunate that that they all coincidentally brought a lot of red, but it makes sense. You go to Spain, you think red dresses, you think the flamenco emoji.
Same.
So
bring out your fan.
Yeah. But they all looked amazing. I mean, absolutely.
Yes, and like the background was amazing. I mean, even Miss Bow dress.
Oh yeah, the big bow. I'm not a big fan of a giant bow.
I'm not a fan of a giant bow.
Oh, are you talking about Marysol's like bow sleeves?
Yes.
Okay.
Both. I'm a friend. I'm a friend of. I'm Alexis. I'm a fan. A fan of a bow in the back. Or a bow like on the back of your dress, but a bow in the front. I don't need a booby bow.
No booby bows.
Like think Nicole Kidman that year of the reunion of the Oscars. She had like a huge bow. That's a good bow, and it's Nicole Kidman. She could do that. But like Larsa with like, here are my titty bows. I have to say, Adriana's dress, when I first saw her wearing it, I was like, oh, it looks a little trash baggy. Like, but so like a like just a frock. And then when she did the selfie at the restaurant, I was like, okay, it's kind of put together with her. Like I think she had gloves, she had boots. It was really nice. I would not do a selfie by those stairs. Like it was too high up. Not in platform shoes. No, that's how a tragedy happens. So, was there really anything else that happened this episode? I feel like, consult the board. Julia and Gertie are still fine. Yeah, I think the fact that Marysol made the point of like, I'm fine with Adriana, Gertie's fine with Julia. Yeah. Alexia and Stephanie made up, but these two. And it was funny because these two haven't had any friction for like 5 episodes, and now all of a sudden something is popping. Yeah, I mean, definitely, it goes without saying, we'll say it over and over and over again. I think Larsa's overreacting. Just get over it already. Overrated. I'm just going to say it. Put it that way. Larsa's overrated. I don't get the... Yeah. She's not top tier housewife for me. Fighting words. Sorry. So, no, that's fair. She's, whatever. Yeah, I don't think Lisa is either, though, No. I enjoy yet don't enjoy certain things about her, like the whole, like, discombobulation. I'm like, you need to calm down and get your situation together. Yeah. Or explain why your situation is so...
Right.
in flux.
I feel like Lisa's not been present enough. And I'm not just saying like she's late to this or that, but like this entire season, because of what's been going on, she's kind of been out on an island by herself. And where she has been interacting with the other women, it's just been very superficial, and she's been distracted, it seems.
Yes.
So it would be interesting to see her be a little more present and get to see how she is in that environment.
Or again, nail this down with the reunion of like, what is going on with you?
Yeah, that was episode 10, apparently, of the season.
I feel like, well, since we're on the cast trip, I think we're nearing the finale.
I mean, it's just so weird. Like, it feels like nothing's really happened this season.
No,
But
it wasn't.
Has.
And there was a lot of filler. I feel like, typically Salt Lake has a shorter season than other shows, but there's no filler.
Right.
So by the time it gets to the end, you're like, oh wow, I'm quite satisfied with the season.
Yeah.
Whereas with Miami, I don't feel that way, and not just because it's new to us. I just don't see the hype. So,
yeah.
But it's entertaining at times, and
I mean, I was ready a couple episodes ago to say no more Miami. I don't want to cover Miami. Let's stop watching it. But it's grown on me a little bit. I think if it keeps going at this pace, definitely we'll ride out the rest of the season. And I if the reunion's good, I'd consider watching next season too.
Yes.
Again, I think I do want to get not more involved, but I want to get to know the ladies better. Yeah. And I think right now, this is ironic to say, with all the screaming they do, all they do is scream at each other. Like, I don't get a chance to really get to know them.
Right, because we didn't know them before the screaming.
Right. I'm just, every housewife show screams.
Right, but again, we've known the other women, other franchises much better. Yeah.
So, well...
We should give just a quick thoughts on the Salt Lake trailer.
Oh,
since that was the big news this week.
They say the word "dick" in the trailer. I'm so
dick sucker. Who says dick sucker? It's cock sucker.
I know. If you're gonna have it, I mean,
Lisa Barlow. I guess that's how she frames it. I said to you, I texted you like, I don't like Lisa Barlow very much, but that was a good line. I have to recognize that was you gout dick sucker. Reference Todd's gout, which Bronwyn had brought up last season, was pretty good.
Yeah.
I think she's been sitting on that for a bit.
Probably. It does seem like it's to be more of the same Salt Lake that we're used to, which is good. But bad at the same time. Like I feel like it's just the same one-trick pony situation going on. Like, Lisa Barlow is going to do her Lisa Barlow thing. Meredith will do her Meredith thing. Mary her Mary thing. And, I don't know how many more seasons we can really take of it just being like that. But I'm sure there'll be some more, rich details than I'm letting there.
I was reading, like, the bios for this online for the season, and they talk about Bronwyn bringing her parents to Salt Lake because of, they're getting older and health issues. And you see in the trailer that she and her mother talk, and Bronwyn says, my mom is ashamed of me because I got pregnant, at BYU and blah, blah, blah. So I think that's a real thing. And also in the context of the Mormon church and that other layer of shame that her mother must have had.
Yeah.
I think it'll be interesting to explore that. And I think that's why Bronwyn, it's such a good housewife of giving like real stuff, but also like really whimsical in her crazy outfits, and then she can like flip and like throw down with the women, and she had some good like one-liners in the trailer too. Yeah. So I think she's a really good addition, and I like that we're gonna get to learn more about her. I'm excited for that.
Noticeably missing from the trailer was any major Whitney or Heather.
Yeah.
Which, I need some bad weather in my Salt Lake.
Heather's bio was that she's like redecorating her house because now that her girls are out of the nest, and I'm like Erica Jane.
I mean, everyone's deserved an off season, and wouldn't say necessarily that like.
But the thing with Heather, she will always be the narrator,
right?
So she will always be in the mix of it.
And that's the thing, is that if you're going to wear the crown of the show, which I think Heather Gay automatically gets to do because Andy clearly loves her, although was kind of irritated with her a couple seasons. Anyway, I think she needs to do more. She can't just sit there by the sidelines. So hopefully she does have something that happens in the season, but being absent from the trailer is a little concerning.
Yeah, because I think so much of the first few seasons were about her and her relationship with Jen and all that. And also she is the archetype of a Mormon woman. She was married to a
Mormon royalty,
had a bunch of kids, and then like came out of that, and now she's like finding herself, I guess still finding herself.
Right.
And I would like to see her date. I think she would be a good person to have on Love Hotel.
Oh yeah.
like
Hands
to see
down.
that side of her,
She's
because
such a fun time girl.
right. I think she does all that off camera. Like she doesn't bring it on. And I feel like we're gonna need to see that.
Yeah.
Unless she doesn't want to date and she like just wants to,
Redo her house.
yeah.
And then Whitney, I guess my main fear is that, like, even though I'm not like insanely in love with Heather Gay, like I think she lost her sheen after the black eye situation.
For sure.
I don't want her to leave the show, and I don't think that they will. But like with Whitney, I think unless she steps up, like they might consider changing the cast up. But that's what's good about Salt Lake, is that they really haven't had to change the cast since they brought on Angie.
Right.
And they've gotten Mary on as a full time. So like I don't want to see the magic screwed with, but I feel again that like, if they're just kind of in the background, are they really just, if Whitney a friend of, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think, as much as I don't like certain people, I think you need that core four.
Yeah.
Because then it upsets the balance because someone tries to like infiltrate that and they're like, what are you doing? You're not Meredith.
Right.
So yeah.
Good. But yeah, I mean, the trailer was just a little batshit. There's so much going on.
Wasn't much from Brittany.
Well, she's just a friend of, though.
She'll just make announcements but she was doing the most last season.
Yeah. Well, where was Mei Lee?
In a van somewhere.
Miss Mei Lee, right?
Mei Lee, yes.
Yeah. It was just Mei. Yeah. Okay.
It was all one word.
Yeah. I'm making Mei Lee like it's like she's
no, there was no hyphen
from All My Children.
That was Onley.
Oh, Onley. Sorry.
Played by Lindsay Price.
Yeah, Lindsay Price.
Yeah.
Who's the wife of
that chef, that blonde chef with the G.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Who's not Gordon Ramsay, but the other one. The attractive Gordon Ramsay. And he's Australian.
Yes.
I
can't remember his name right now.
Yeah.
But either way, it is damn hot up here, and I think we should finish this show. What do you think?
I think so too.
All right, until next time.
Until next time.